This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network. And joining me right now is Ali Khan Lalani. He is the founder and CEO of General Assembly Pizza. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is GA on the TSX Venture. And you can actually see Ali give an investor presentation at our upcoming virtual event, the SNN Network Summer Virtual Event, happening August 17th through 19th, 2021. To register and see his presentation, please go to conference.snn.network. With that, Ali, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm well, thanks, Robert. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you. You know, looking at your background, it's making me really hungry, and pizza is one of my favorite all-time foods. So let's dig right in, right? Let's start off with a quick overview and history of General Assembly Pizza.
Sure. So General Assembly was founded and started by me back in December of 2017. The idea was to bring a high degree of hospitality, a high degree of food quality, and a bit of innovation through technology into the fast casual pizza space. We opened in 2017 to critical acclaim. Fortunately, we ended up on many best pizza lists, not only in Toronto, Ontario, in Canada, and worldwide. And I think that had a lot to do with our 100% naturally leavened dough and better for you product. As we continue to develop the brand downtown Toronto, we were welcomed by the Toronto restaurant community, ended up on a top 10 Toronto Life Best Restaurant list in 2018. Things were going pretty normal for a typical scaling fast casual business. We walked into 2020 feeling pretty good, as most people did in January of 2020. By March, a few things changed, and we weren't going to let a lockdown or a change stop us. We took a look at our empty dining room and we thought, you know what, the moment for a better frozen pizza is today. Within 2 weeks, we had a frozen pizza line up and running. We were in one store in April of 2020. We're now in over 100. We had sold about 500 frozen pizzas by May of 2020, and we've now sold over 350,000 units. Our plan now is to continue to scale the business. We have a master production facility that should be ready for phase one in our line one in early Q3, and we'll start developing and ramping more rapidly throughout Q4, getting to a place where we'll be able to make roughly 1 million pizzas a month sometime towards the end of next year. On that path is we've developed an omni-channel business. So one part restaurant, hot pizza hospitality, another part consumer packaged goods, grocery retail. And even before our grocery and retail business, we developed our own platform for our direct-to-consumer offering, which is available by buy it now or subscription for monthly stacks delivered to your home.
I mean, it's like you've gone through 3 life cycles of a business in the last 18 months, right? You know, and now as a result of being small and nimble, you've been able to kind of introduce a lot new lines probably faster than you probably thought you would.
Absolutely. And, you know, we're doing it all and trying to deliver unrivaled customer experience, unrivaled pizza experiences. And now for the rest of Q3 and into the rest of 2021, bringing to the forefront a stronger ESG strategy with sustainability, better for you, divertible packaging for our frozen pizzas. You know, as of just a couple of weeks ago, all of our direct-to-consumer deliveries are also carbon neutral, and really trying to meet the values of our customers with the values of our business. And we think in this premium category, it's important to not just have the best pizza, it's also to do it the right way.
Absolutely. So, you know, looking at the retail side of things, you know, it reminds me a lot of a Blaze Pizza that we have here in LA. Is it a very similar type of concept where you go in, you pick pizzas, they throw it in there real quick and it's ready to go?
A little bit different. Great concept that started out in California. I think there's some great names behind that brand. Ours is actually completely different. We're chef inspired, chef created pizza. So there's no build your own. We have a chef driven menu. So we have about 8 to 10 pizzas on our menu, plant-based, non-meat and meat offerings. It all starts with our vegan, naturally leavened dough. Our pizzas are cooked in hand-built 900-degree Italian dome ovens. So there's a little bit of heritage and artisanal quality to our pizzas that's a little bit different and a much more premium, elevated feel, not only from a brand perspective, but also from a food quality perspective.
Absolutely. So, what was? How were you able to pivot so quickly? I mean, most small businesses, growth opportunities, it's they're relying on getting capital, this and that. So what allowed you to be able to pivot and then run with some of the new opportunities that were ahead of you?
Pizza is a 17 plus billion-dollar business in North America. So moving into the frozen consumer packaged goods business, there was a huge opportunity. We looked up and down shelves, and there was your classic offerings, and then there were your better for you, vegan, cauli, dairy-free offerings. We were just really high quality, awesome pizza. We have meat free, we have plant-based, we have classic, but we're just the high quality frozen pizza you probably want to eat that sits in a sweet spot of a little bit more expensive than what you would typically get with your classic brand, but much more inexpensive and way more convenient because our pizzas are ready in 7 minutes on your time in your own oven. So that was sort of the consumers took to our product very quickly, and we just kept leveling up, pushing production and pushing into new retail segments, and ultimately launching our direct to consumer offering in Q3 of last year really put us on the map.
Very good. Yeah, did you see my face when you said the
Yeah.
cauliflower? I was like, oh, yeah. Tried that once and never again. So where are we currently selling? I mean, is it available in all of North America or just right now in Canada?
Currently, just in Canada, in the province of Ontario. So we're almost available all over the province of Ontario. As we move into our production facility in Q3, we'll start expanding throughout Ontario, and most likely by the end of the year, start expanding west, so across Canada. And our sites are squarely focused next year on moving down to the US market.
Very good. And what's your background? I mean, founder and CEO, where did you come up with the concept of this? And then also, what were you doing prior?
Sure. I got into the franchise business relatively early. At the age of 25, I ended up becoming a multi-unit franchisee with a publicly traded company called Recipe Unlimited in Canada. In 2015, I saw the market changing quite a bit. I saw technology coming in. You had players like Uber and DoorDash coming into the market. You had that segment of kind of casual dining where people liked the food, but they didn't want to sit in your restaurant. Luckily, the franchises that I own had a long list of people who wanted to buy them. In 2015, I said, I'm going to sell my business and go build my dream. And my dream was to build a fast casual pizza business from the ground up. During that time, I became a certified pizzaiolo with the AVN branch in Naples, in addition to becoming a level 2 sommelier with the Master Court of Sommeliers. And that pizza plus wine knowledge kind of culminated in opening General Assembly in 2017, and we just kept running with it. Was inspired by some brands in the States, Steve Tells at Chipotle and Danny Meyer at Shake Shack. People always said, and Danny Meyer had always said, you need to pick 3 things to run a good restaurant business, or sorry, 2 things: value, quality, and price. You have to do 2 of 3. Danny always said, why can't you do all 3? So we tried to do all 3 as well, and luckily it's been working out for us.
It's not a bad person to look up to when it comes to but so before I let you go here today, from what you can tell us, you've already alluded to this a little bit earlier, but what would you say are some of the growth drivers, catalysts for the company now moving forward?
The production capacity in Q3 will be about 300% what it currently is. As we get into the end of the year, we'll start hitting 5x current capacity. So that's roughly 10,000 units per shift by the end of Q4. That type of capacity will allow us to expand throughout the rest of Canada. And once we bring on our 3rd line, that's 40 to 50,000 units per shift. That's enough capacity for us to move down to the US. That's Q3 of 2022. During that time, we plan on scaling hard in Ontario and Canada, growing our direct to consumer business and growing our consumer packaged goods business, while also growing our hot pizza business, our footprint in downtown Toronto, which is our home and where we have the most brand equity.
And Ali, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on General Assembly Pizza?
GApizza.com has everything you need right there for our hot pizza business, lists our retailers, and has our subscription there as well.
Very good. Well, Ali, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck, stay safe, and I look forward to our next update.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.